New year, new theme song. Psych.
Same theme song.
Mark Moltham, where are you at? Is it Moltham or Moltham?
Molthan.
Molthan?
Yeah, M-O-L-T-H-A-N.
Molthman.
T-H, yeah.
He is going to be disappointed that we have not chosen a new song yet.
Mark's a real one. Love Mark.
All right, you ready? Are you ready?
I am now. I needed a second.
Jimmy is sick with the flu, but here we are. He's getting me all sick. I'm ready for it.
This is my Michael Jordan flu game.
2026. Bring it all on.
My Michael Jordan flu game right now.
Okay, Jimmy, welcome back to another episode.
The chills, the shivers.
Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Did you stay up?
26. Actually, I did. You know what I did? I watched Stranger Things finale.
Didn't you go to a movie theater?
Yeah, I watched it at a movie theater.
Was it packed?
Yeah, but okay, so I have this weird...
Like 12-year-olds?
Yeah, a lot of teenage kids. But here's the weird... I have this thing, it bothers me when people clap at movies.
You don't stand up when the planes land?
No, yeah, they stand up when the planes land. They clap when planes land. They clap at movie theaters. Look, the people that made the movie are not there. They can't hear you. They're not there.
They're just happy. Happy people.
But, clapping at a movie theater is so weird to me.
Yeah.
Look, I guess we clap it if you clap it like a play or something that's live. Okay, you're giving your appreciation to the person, and the person can hear your appreciation.
Okay.
Clapping at a movie theater, they're not there.
Note to myself: clap whenever I go to a movie with Jimmy.
Well, do you clap at home on your couch when?
I do. I yell. I scream. I stand up.
Yeah, you don't, and only weirdos do, and that's my point, right?
Let's go.
You're not clapping at home on your couch, at the end of a movie, okay? You're watching, okay, here's an example. So I've had the flu. I've spent a lot of time doing nothing, which is normal for me anyways. But I've never watched this before, and I bet you've watched it 100 times. Ford versus Ferrari.
Great movie.
Never watched it.
Great movie.
So I watched it last night.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Did I clap at the end?
You should have. Actually, it was sad.
It was sad. He died.
Yeah.
But when he crossed the finish line and he let everybody catch him.
Yeah.
Or when he gets the record lap, did I clap? No. Should I have?
Probably.
Sat on my couch. Could Matt Damon hear me when I did that? Could Christian Bale hear me?
They could feel it. Every little.
It's wild. Anyways.
All right. Well, how are you feeling? You better? You on the rebound?
I'll be all right.
Okay. All right, welcome to a new 2026, everybody. We are here. I think this is our third year, so this is wild to think about. Hopefully you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the other
Kwanzaa,
important
Hanukkah
events that go around this time of the year. Jimmy, it's a new year, as I've said 500 times already, but with that, we have some incredible new sponsors that are supporting the KOTC show. We have a ton of announcements, and so we want to get those out of the way and kind of talk about each one really quick.
New year, new you. We have goals, we have resolutions, we have all sorts of things, and that sometimes change is good.
All right, so tell us who we got on the dock.
So Tyler, we have a new. I don't know what the word is, but
sponsor.
We have a new sponsor. So when I first started playing pickleball, let me give a little bit of a story here.
Story time. Grab your popcorn and get ready to clap.
When I first started playing pickleball, we live in Utah. For those that don't know, I think you all know this. It's cold. It's rainy. It's the weirdest thing about Utah that people don't know is it's always windy. Feels like it, even in the summer. And there was nowhere to play indoors. We were playing in churches all the time, right? Or PG Rec, for those OGs that are watching this. You had some days at PG Rec, I'm sure.
Yep, for sure.
Indoor on a basketball court. Well, along came our good friend Devin Egan, and he opened the very first indoor pickleball facility with outdoor surfaces.
Yeah, it was pretty much in the nation. I mean, there were a couple other facilities, but it was one of the largest indoor facilities in the nation.
Yeah, I think it was open in 2020. 15 courts. It was actually an old go-kart track.
Yeah.
So honestly, when he first opened, there was black around the walls from you could see from where the go-karts had gone.
The tire marks, bumpers and everything.
Yeah, and so we all finally had a place to play indoors. So fast forward 5 years, and now he has 3 locations. It's continuing to grow. There's thousands of members. And Devin has done something really unique. He's created the Club Pickleball Mastermind.
Yep.
And what that is it's for all of the independent pickleball franchise owners out there.
Yep.
Or even anybody that wants to get into the space.
Not even that, but just business in general.
Business in general, yeah. Devin has done it, and he's done it successfully.
Very profitable.
Very, very profitable.
Yes.
So what he's done is he's created this mastermind. They have 125 clubs in North America and Canada already. What they do is they talk about...
He helps build up and teach and instruct and guide.
And he basically shows you how to run a successful, profitable business.
Yep.
I mean, he talks about strategic pricing models. How do you build your membership offering, programming, tournaments, what works? Because here's the reality is not everything works, right? Like we know this. And so Devin has done all of that trial and error that, you know, a new independent franchise owner won't have to do.
Yep.
So if you don't want to pay franchise fees,
it's a lot more economical. You don't have these massive startup fees. If you're a mom and pop shop that just love pickleball and want to grow and be in the business, I highly, highly, highly recommend reaching out. You can schedule a free call with him.
Yeah.
Anybody can schedule a free call with him and just get more information. But as Jimmy said, if you're looking to get into the business and aren't quite sure yet, I would highly recommend attending one of these. He has like a 80% retention rate. So people keep coming back. And once they purchase the mastermind, they're included in a group forever where he does weekly or monthly follow-up calls.
Yeah, they do calls.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the reality is do you want to make the same mistakes that everybody else has made in this space?
Yeah.
Right? We've seen clubs close. Let's call it what it is. I mean, there's a club I just saw one in Tampa. They took all this investors' money. They never even opened. They actually took members' monies.
Yeah.
And they never even opened. So, I mean, look, this is, you make all of your own decisions. You're not tied to a franchise model. You're not tied to the color schemes, the court schemes, the corporate structure, right? That works for some people, but this is for that guy, the entrepreneur, we'll say.
Yep.
So,
all right, so go check them out at clubpickleballmastermind.com. Use code KOTC. Also, click the link in the description below. It will give you the best discount available for this course.
Yeah. And the other thing I'll say is the cost, Tyler, is less than 1 month of what you would probably pay in royalty fees. And it's a one-time fee. No subscription, no monthly, no annual dues. So it's insanely affordable.
So go check them out. We'll be with them for the first portion of this year. And go check them out. They're really good people and provide really good information. All right, next, clubpickleballshop.com. We are back with a retailer.
Yeah.
Finally, after what feels like months of not having a partnership in a retail business.
Yeah, look, I mean, not everybody sees your value in life, and I mean, it is what it is, and sometimes you sell too much stuff and people get upset, and so here's the reality of it.
Clubpickleballshop.com. Use code KOTC. It'll be the best discount available on their website. So good that we cannot, once again, share the exact amount, but it is a good discount.
Let's just say this. If you want the lowest price on any paddles available, okay, it's clubpickleballshop.com. It's going to be lower than the other larger online retailers.
Yep, and once again, it's a small shop. We like to support the
small shop. It supports the podcast, and it gives you the largest discount that we can't even advertise.
If they don't have the items you're looking for, keep checking because they are starting to get more inventory on many of the popular items. But they do have all the top brands: Yola, Paddletech, Carbon, all the brands out there. Thank you for the support, Club Pickleball. Once again, clubpickleballshop.com. Use code KOTC. Also, another announcement. KOTC, we have apparel, finally. Go to, where's the website? kitchpickleball.com and check out the KOTC clothing.
Something like this.
Yeah. We've had a couple of people already buy it, and they've said it's shockingly good quality.
So that I hate to say this because it's like we're surprised, but the biggest feedback we've received is how good of the quality.
And it's reasonable. They're $25 to $30 or so. They have all sweaters, long sleeve, tank tops, and T-shirts, and hats.
Reasonable.
Okay. Also, we should have a KOTC code for all MLP PPA events. The codes get wacky, so make sure to click the link in the description to see it.
So MLP will be KOTC 26 all year. PPA might change. I mean, we will add those PPA codes. They do work. We're still discussing things with them. Well, they don't respond to emails, but we are trying. So we'll see if anybody ever gets back to us.
Vulcan is back sponsoring the pod. We love them. We'll talk about them more in depth later on, but they have this awesome ball, some new paddles coming out, and also Stack Apparel. They're sponsoring the pod as well.
Yes, Vulcan and Stack are back. Well, Vulcan's always been there, but Stack is back. We're pumped about that. We will go into depth. I think Stack, we're going to do some cool things this year. Maybe do some sort of item of the week where there's a additional discount for KOTC listeners.
Yep.
Maybe I'll bring an item in every single week.
Yep.
And we'll give it away.
That would be incredible.
Extra discount for the item of the week, and then we'll give away whatever item I bring in.
C&D Pickleball Nets. They make the best pickleball nets out there. Go to bestpickleballnets.com. Use code KOTC. For all these new club owners that are going to be signing up for the Mastermind, check out C&D to get the best nets for your facilities. We also have a Cameo. We did quite a few of those over the break for the Christmas holidays. Check those out. And that's it. So if you've made it this far, clap. Stand up and clap right now just for Jimmy.
Clap on your couch. New year, new you. Let's go.
Real quick, I know for a fact we're going to get a lot of questions about this, so we will answer this and then get into the show. So last week, in the beginning of January, we introduced a new extra bonus KOTC All Access pass.
Yeah.
And essentially, Jimmy, can you break it down one time so everybody can get a little bit more information on it?
Here's the reality is we had some people that were super pumped, and we did get some kickback. Let's be honest. Let's keep things 100 here.
Yeah.
We had some people that didn't love it. They think it's just a money-making scheme. It's a money grab. Well, then don't sign up. This show, KOTC, it costs money to produce, right? It costs money to edit. It costs time. It costs hours. Not saying that we don't love it and we wouldn't do it for free. We did do it for free for a long time. Let's just be honest. But there are costs involved. And so for us, it's like, listen, if there's a way that we can offset some of these costs as well as bring you, the viewers, extra content. Because look, we've said this before. We have cut out some wild stuff on these pods that we've had to edit out because we didn't want to get in trouble and things. So maybe in that content, that's where the uncut pods will be.
Maybe Tyler and Jimmy, or maybe Tyler gets unhinged or something.
Well, maybe that's where the uncut pods will be.
Yeah.
Maybe that infamous Connor Pardo interview that literally was the Connor Pardo interview that we did the day before Tour Wars started.
Yeah.
The day before in Tyler's kitchen. Maybe that'll be released.
Yeah, so basically, in a nutshell, we'll still have the KOTC, the standard weekly podcast that we're doing right now. It's free. We're still doing it.
Nothing changes. If you don't want
Nothing
it,
changes.
it's okay.
You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But if you're a super fan or if you want to support us a little bit more, we have two tiers. The first one is $4.99, and that gets you access to extra videos, extra content, 1 to 2 videos per week extra.
Yeah.
And it's $4.99 per month. Okay. And then the second tier, which is the all access, that gets you a lot more. That gets you the same additional extra content. And then that also gets you access to a Discord group chat where we give you discounts, giveaways, rumors, breaking news, all this extra information.
Yeah, info, videos, things like that. Look, everybody has a fan club, and that's basically what it is. I mean, even the big, Crime Junkies, one of the massive podcasts out there, right? They have a fan club.
Yeah.
Right? That's all it is.
One thing to know, if you are going to sign up, which we've actually had quite a few people already sign up, please do so on the web browser on your computer. If you do it on your phone or iPad through the app, it charges you a little bit more. But if you do it on the web browser on the computer, it's the prices that we had advertised.
We're already saving you money.
Also, real quick, I don't know if people realize this or not, but YouTube, the platform that it's on, it takes about, I think, 30% of our revenue. And so if it charges $15, we are seeing around $10 of that. And so for people who say it's just a cash grab or something like that, it really irritated me.
So somebody said it was Big Pickle forcing us to do this. Do people not know that we literally are a completely independent podcast?
The funniest was the Julian and Lauren comparison.
Yeah.
They said that makes Julian and Lauren look like saints, essentially.
But like, what I'm so confused about is like, we have nothing to do with Big Pickle.
Yeah.
Like, we're a 100% independent podcast.
And we're only able to stay independent by your support.
We've actually been on the pod recently talking about Big Pickle and how we can't get our damn codes fixed.
Yeah.
I wish I could get them fixed.
Yeah. So that's the rundown. That's all the updates, the information. Sorry, that took quite a bit of time, but hopefully we won't have to go in depth as much in the next shows. But go check out all these sponsors. Like Jimmy just said, without these sponsors, without your support, this show literally would not be possible. It means the world to us. And also we work with these top quality brands. They produce good products. They make good products. So go check them out and use code KOTC or let them know that we sent you.
Yeah, and all sponsors that we've done this before, but anybody that's ever sponsored this show, we are extremely apprecitive.
Yeah, we almost always have good relationships with them, even if we're not working with them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes things
except for that one company. Just kidding.
Yeah, sometimes things just run their course, and we all have to,
But never say never. The future, you never know what can happen in the future. All right, Jimmy, back to the show after what feels like an eternity. So I feel like there hasn't been that much to talk about within the pickleball world.
I mean, here's the big thing. Let's get right into it. Paddle wars, paddle sponsors, contracts. So, end of the year always brings, most contracts will end at the end of, 1 year.
Which I don't know why. I feel like some should end at random times throughout the year. Like
it seems like it, but they seem to. I think they should end at the end of a season.
Okay.
But PPA doesn't really have a season right now, but I would say that maybe you should write your contracts through like May.
Yeah.
And then have them end before the summer. And then if they're going to switch, maybe they switch for MLP. I don't know. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. The big person who is a free agent currently is Annalie Waters. She's been with Paddle Tech since her inception into pickleball when she was 11 years old. Mm-hmm. Her mom has been with Paddle Tech. She's had a signature paddle. She has been their premier athlete. And again, like we've talked about, our sponsors, they have basically it's run its course. So she has decided to move on. There have been a million rumors out there. There's been guesses. The obvious guess was Yola, right? Yola is the biggest. They have the most money. Yola kind of let a few guys go, which was rumored that maybe they were making room for her on their roster. Deckel Barr was let go. He's now at 11,624. Eric Onsens was let go. He's at Engage.
Back to Engage.
Started with Engage. I mean, his dad's been with Engage, right? Forever, and his dad. So, but what we've been told, Tyler, what we've learned is that she is very, very close to a deal with Franklin. Mm-hmm. So close that she's already done a photo shoot per Travis Rettenmeyer. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing. Okay, let me go on a rant for a minute. Rant time.
Rant, Jimmy. Get your popcorn and get ready to clap.
We will give credit where credit is due. Okay, this isn't a race. All right, I'm not trying to race to get information out there. I'm trying to just get people information. Maybe you check KOTC for information. Maybe you follow me on X. Maybe you follow Tyler. Maybe you get in our Discord. Maybe you watch the pod for information. Maybe you get on the Kitchen. Maybe you get on the Dink. Maybe it's Travis. However you get your information, we don't really care. It's not a race. Again, there is a big tent for everybody. Now, there's some of you that should stay in your lane just because you're bad at it. You're just not good at it, and you should stay in your lane and keep making stupid videos that are, you posted 5 times on Christmas Day. Like, go spend time with your family, Nico. But, and actually, you're on a vacation with your wife right now, and you've posted 82 times.
Dude, you feel like you're with him. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but I don't want to be with him. You're 40 years old. Who cares how many Instagram followers you have? Like that ship has sailed. You're not in college anymore, bro. Like, move on. You got a whole family and kids.
How many does he have? Do you know their names?
I have no idea who they are.
feel like you should pay
I'll
attention
be
to-
honest with you. Like, I think he's probably a super nice guy. I really do. I think he's probably a really nice guy. But whatever the hell he's chasing is weird. And he like made this post talking about me calling him cringe. And he's like, be cringe in 20. It's not about being cringe.
Did he call you out by name?
No, but he basically did. He said,
Well, maybe it wasn't about you.
no, it was 100% about me. But it's not about being like freaking cringe. It's about like, dude, you are spamming everybody. Okay. That's what you are. You are a bot. You're spamming the hell out of people. And again, we've talked about this. It's not about like have some quality. He literally admitted that his goal was to post 3+ times a day.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit if it's funny. He doesn't care if it is useful. He doesn't care if anybody, he doesn't care if you care about his content. He's just going to post 3 times a day no matter what it is. And that's what's crazy. Okay. So anyways, that's a whole different rant for a different day. But some of these other guys come out, right? Eric Tice is phenomenal. Okay. I think Tice is a great dude. I think he's smart.
I would consider him an actual journalist.
Yeah.
A lot of these other people, I wouldn't really say.
No,
they're
I would say
journalists.
Tice. I would say Todd Boss.
Yeah.
Right? These guys are journalists. I think Alex Weaver, I think these guys are somewhat journalists.
Yeah.
Okay? But when the Kitchen comes out and says, Annalie Waters hasn't signed with anybody yet, fine. Okay? I haven't seen anybody confirm that she signed with Franklin.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't seen it. Everybody just says that's where she's going. I mean, Travis, this is why I'm giving Travis credit. He said he saw her doing a photo shoot. I would say that that's pretty good evidence that if she hasn't, she's close. Mm-hmm. Right? And so that makes it an educated guess. Mm-hmm. You and I have talked to people that would know about the negotiations. We've talked to people that would know about what's going on. And I would say based off of the information we've received, we can give a pretty educated guess that she's going with Franklin.
Okay.
But when someone like the Kitchen, and I feel like Jared Paul and I have been fine. We've had a good relationship. And maybe this wasn't him because sometimes he says it's not him that makes these posts. But when they make a post that says she hasn't signed with anybody, that's fine. But then when they follow that up by saying anybody who says everyone else is a bunch of lies and fakes or whatever the hell that tweet was, essentially saying that they're the only ones that have any credibility, it makes them look foolish and petty. And I know that they don't like the Dink and the Dink doesn't like them and they have all this beef. But I didn't see the Dink saying that she had officially signed with Franklin either. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, dude, pickleball is not, like, it's very niche. It's small.
Yeah.
We run into everybody at tournaments. We run into everybody at events, right? Like, we're all trying to do the same thing. And this is why, even as dumb as Nico's posts are, like I said, like, I respect the hustle, even if I think they're stupid. But guys like Jared, when you're calling out other people that are just trying to grow the sport and trying to do the same things that you're doing, and you're being petty, like the Kitchen is the only.
Well, the thing for me that got me was he did a winking face, didn't he?
I don't even remember, bro. I
thought he did a winking face.
Like, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. My point is you're not the only authority on pickleball. Like, nobody made you the god of pickleball. You're not the only guy that has knowledge of the inner workings of pickleball.
Yeah.
You're not the only one with sources.
I mean, I don't want to say too much, but we've known about this for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. And look, there's a lot of stuff you hear about that you don't touch because you do want further information, right? But I guess my point of it is that's great that she hasn't signed. I think that's crucial information that for them to post, but then to follow it up with something so stupid and petty, like it's just annoying, right? And I think it discredits everybody else that puts in all this freaking hard work.
Okay, I agree. Do we want to get into the numbers or talk about other pros that have been switching around?
Yeah, well, I think we talk about. So look, here's the deal with Annalie. Okay, what we think is going to happen is she's going to sign with Franklin. Mm-hmm. The rumors are that it's around a $2 million per year deal, 5-year deal, around $2 million per year.
Yeah,
we have not seen the contract, so we can't really verify that. Like we said, these are rumors.
We had heard that she was wanting around $3 million.
$3 million. We've been talking about her asking for $3 million for months now. Paddle Tech obviously wasn't willing to pay that. We've also been told that, and again, this has been talked about by other people, but that Nike is very close to an apparel deal with her.
Yeah. So we'll go into more in depth in our bonus content, but you have some crazy stories about this we can get into.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild things. So anyways, we expect her to end up with Franklin.
Yeah.
As of right now, we expect her to end up with Franklin.
The reality is there are two to three companies that would even consider paying that amount.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes sense for her to go.
There were a lot of rumors that she was going to go to Holbrook because Tyler Baldwin, who was with Holbrook, is now working for her. And I think that created a lot of, people talk. I think a lot of questions.
I don't think people know this, but he drove the dog. I believe the dog is from Utah, and Tyler drove the dog to her.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a 30-hour drive.
When she adopted it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how he got connected, I think.
You know what else is crazy to think about with that is like, do people really think that Holbrook said, hey, we want to sign you, okay? And here's what we'll do. We will send you an employee to be with you.
Infiltrate
your team, and we will give you an employee. And this employee will...
He'll dub as everything.
He will carry your dog around. He will hold your umbrella. He will help you with security.
Yeah.
All if you sign. Yola's not going to do that. Is Gordon going to get out there and hold the umbrella? Hell no. Right? Yeah. So he's like, hey, we will send you.
All right. So with that, JW and Georgia Johnson, brother sister duo.
Yeah.
They have been with Franklin.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening. So Zane Navratil posted something about and we've seen this, we've discussed it. Leaning. Okay. I actually talked about leaning specifically recently because when we talked about the difference between Jordans and these Chinese brands, right? Leaning is a massive Chinese apparel brand. Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler are signed with them. They have had 2 paddles approved in the last few weeks. I don't think they get those paddles approved unless they're going to make a splash. Now, can Franklin continue to pay JW, Georgia, AL, Hayden, Paris? I don't know.
They could, but would it make sense?
But does it make sense? Exactly. So I think that JW and Georgia leave. I think they go sign with somebody else.
From our understanding, their contracts ended at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
So Franklin has not made any posts. Is that correct?
Yeah.
About them?
No.
So, yeah, there's a lot more
They've also
mystery.
taken them off of the front page of their website. So I think that, I think that they leave. If they go to Li Ning, it wouldn't shock me if they went to some other company. The other player, Gabe Tardio, he's been with Pickle for years.
I think 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Pickle took a massive chance. He wasn't Gabe Tardio when they took the chance on him. He was
Gabriel.
He was Gabriel. I know they have a great relationship. We were told that Gabe is going to Faculos. Faculos, which stands for Freedom, Active, Control. I don't know. It does have like some acronym to it. Faculos is an acronym for something wild. They're a Vietnamese company. And I heard, Tyler, again, rumor, that Gabe got a freaking bag. I'm talking a massive bag of cash.
I heard that as well.
So good for Gabe.
Yep.
Go get paid.
So my question on you, so you work in the industry. I play in the industry. Obviously, the atmosphere, the environment around contracts has shifted significantly the past probably year and a half.
Yeah, it has.
What are your thoughts on that? Is that because prize money is coming out there where players can win prize money rather than being subsidized? Or do you think it's because there's so many fees going into making these paddles now?
Well, I think there's both, right? So look, this sounds crazy, but tariffs are a real thing, right? Most of these paddles are made overseas. So tariffs are a real thing. So the cost of making manufacturing paddles are going up. Now look, the cost of these paddles are very, there's a lot of margins in them. Okay. Now, there's margins when it comes to producing the paddle, but there's also other costs associated with it, right? There's R&D, right? They have engineers, they have all these test paddles, and then you have to pay UPA and USAP to test these paddles. And then if you don't want your paddles blacked out, there's an additional $50,000 to $100,000 fee that you have to pay. And so, yeah, all of that matters. And I think that does cut into what the pros are being paid.
Yeah.
With that being said, what are pros doing to move paddles? And what I mean by that is, are they just playing with the paddle? Are they posting on social media nonstop? Are they showing up to clinic? I don't know. I think that there are some pros that are worth their value. And I think there's some pros that they go out and they do the extra mile. And I talked about this on X the other day is Anna Bright. If someone makes a post saying that they're using Anna Bright's paddle, she will repost it.
Yeah.
She'll talk about it. She'll discuss it. She's very accessible, and I think that makes people want to buy her paddle. There's other players. I mean, Annalie Waters is a great example. Look, her first paddle tech shape wasn't the greatest, right? People didn't really love that paddle. Do you think that she's like insanely accessible?
Once you get past the 10 bodyguards, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, is Annalie reposting on her story of somebody, taking a picture with her at a tournament? No, right? It's just not. It's fine. She's bigger than that, I guess. She's a bigger celebrity than that. She's got millions of followers, whatever. Does she have a million? 100,000? I don't even know what she has. She doesn't have a million, does she?
No.
But anyways, it's just a different level. And like I said, I don't know if her paddle is the most.
All right, so I had an interesting
popular
conversation with a fellow pro player, and he actually came at it through the viewpoint of it's actually up to the brand to market the paddle and sell the paddle, whereas I think a lot of these paddle sponsors are saying, no, it's up to the player to start moving paddles. What's your viewpoint on that?
I would say that it is up to the brand to use the player properly.
So, for example, Annalie, she's been by far, even more of a gap than Ben Johns at being number one on the female side. And if you have that star, that power, and you're not selling a lot of paddles, I think the brand needs to look at it.
I agree with that, but I also think that as a pro, you have obligations too.
Yep.
Right? Like, and I agree. Look, it's up to the brand to market the pro effectively. Right? The pros are not. Reality is, at the end of the day, they're not content creators. They're not marketers. They're not CMOs.
Now, if you are both of those, then I think your value goes up even more.
Yeah, exactly. If you're both, then yeah. But what I'm saying is that most of them aren't, and so you're right. It's not their forte, and so it is up to the brands to use them effectively. However, I don't think that it's that crazy when your brand makes a post about a paddle for you to repost it, or for you should be standing on the rooftop singing these paddles praises, right? You should be posting as much as you can about it. Just being a good partner, just being a good employee, so to speak, of this company that's paying you thousands of dollars, right? So do I think that you need to come up with your own marketing campaign and your own videos? Maybe not, but should you at least be a good partner? Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think, so I've had my opinion on this, but there's been some players that it seems like they shift around. They jump ship almost every year, or even every 6 or 8 months. Oh. Do you think that taints the player's reputation or brand at all, or does that matter?
I don't think it taints it, so to speak. I do think that it does show that maybe there's not the value in that player that they think that they have. And what I mean by that is if there was value, then
those guys are filming the video.
Oh, that's funny. That's that one dude, right?
Yeah, I know. Where's Mac at?
Yeah. He's probably he's probably one of the least funny people I've seen, and he posts videos. Anyways, so look, I do think that when it comes to you jump around a lot, like you got to get paid, right? In fact, Gabe Tardio had said something about this the other day. Someone's like, "Are you just chasing?"
So yeah, you can read that, and then I'll actually give my viewpoint on it. It's very, in my opinion, it's a good statement. It's very politically correct.
Gabe's?
Yes.
Yeah, but someone said it's all about the money when brands sign top players. Agree. And Gabe says, I can tell money's important, but to be true, no real player is putting their career on the line just for a number. You can come with a big offer, but if it's paired with a bad paddle, bad energy, or bad communication, it's a no. There's a lot of things money can't fix, and your career isn't one of them. I actually think that's a great statement from Gabe, because the reality is
it's a very good statement.
It is. Now, do I think that holds true for everybody?
Yeah.
No, because, look, at the end of the day, if all you cared about was winning, 99% of the tour would be using Yolas. Mm-hmm. Because back in the day when everybody complained about how hot Yolas were, right? Remember those Gen 3s came out and everybody, Gen 2s, everyone talked about how hot they were and how they couldn't compete. I mean, I literally sat next to Jack Sock, like watched him play a singles match, and he said, I cannot win against the Yola. He's playing Grayson Golden.
Yeah.
Then everybody would have switched to Yola.
Yeah.
Right? If it wasn't about, if money had nothing to do with it. But money still plays a little bit of a factor.
I think it plays a big factor. I mean, I don't care. You go up to Annalie Water, you go up to any top player, and I mean, this is unrealistic by 100%, but you offer them $10 million, you offer them $20 million. I don't care what paddle you have, they're going to play with it. If you offered anyone $20 million
for a certain amount of money, for sure.
Yeah.
But if all things are being equal.
If all things equal, yeah. If things are competitive within a couple 100,000, 10, 20% of whatever, then I think yes. I think the paddle plays a role.
I know of some players right now that have like 3 or 4 offers on the table.
Yeah.
And I would say that the money is very similar.
Yeah.
For every offer.
Yeah.
And one of them is Yola.
Look at Riley when he went with Takeo.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pure money play.
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't work.
Yes.
And like, I mean, AJ did it too. Remember, both of them did.
Yep.
And I remember hearing, I don't know if it was Riley or AJ, but one of them literally called it a Toys R Us paddle.
Yeah.
Right? But
that sounds more AJ.
But for example, these players that I know, obviously I know a lot of, but point is they have like 4 offers on the table. The money is very similar.
Yeah.
I've talked to them a little bit. I just said, hey, they might have 5 offers on the table actually. Said, hey, where are you leaning? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, what do you think? Like, what's your advice? And I said, if all things are equal, why wouldn't you go with Yola?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, because the other two or three, the other ones are new companies, right? But I did say this, I'll be honest. I said, look, one of these companies is pretty new. They don't have a lot of signed pros. Do you want to be highlighted? Mm-hmm. I mean, chances are this company is going to highlight you in everything that they do.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of signed pros.
Yep.
So if that's the goal, if you want to be that guy, right? I mean, Jaume signed with 6-0 kind of before everybody. Mm-hmm. And they did a good job of highlighting Jaume, right?
Yeah.
So
I was talking with Jeannie Bouchard. She used to be with Nike for apparel, and then now she's with New Balance.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the similar thing, and she's all like, New Balance, I'm able to get featured a lot more, whereas with Nike, they might have the best product out there, but there's hundreds of other athletes out there.
Exactly.
And so you get drowned out. And so what are your goals?
Yeah,
Do you want to
exactly.
be with a good team? Do you want to be highlighted? What are your goals?
Exactly. And if you we're like Yola's great, but you're just another number. And look, this is I can't remember who I was talking to, but somebody said, why would Annalie Waters go to Yola? That's Ben's company. They said that's Ben. It's always going to be Ben's. It's Ben is always going to be the main show, right? And they're like, look, even if she goes there and she continues to crush it, Yola is still going to be Ben. And so does she want to be in Ben's shadow?
Yeah.
Where Franklin, she can go to Franklin and she can be the face.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Paris, Hayden, AL, that's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of other people out there, too, that are a lot of newer paddle companies that are coming into play. Like we talked about Faculous.
Well, they've been around for a while, but they've been in the Asia market.
Yes, the Asia market, yes. But 11624 is fairly new, right? I think it's Helen Toe, is that her name? I've seen them feature her a bunch. They just signed Deckel, though. Mm-hmm. Luz? Yeah. So luz is how, doesn't luz mean light in Spanish?
La luz, but that's just with one Z.
One Z.
Yeah.
So 2 Z's, I'm going to call it Luz. I don't know. They signed Caitlin Christian. And I believe, like, we've heard that it's possible that they're going to get Catherine Parento. Friday is trying to get involved with a pro. They announced that they have a pro coming. That we've also heard that could be Catherine Parento. We don't know for sure. But there's a lot of Warping Point, signed Tina Pisnik.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of brands that are busting in. And clearly those paddle brands see value in pros.
Yeah.
Right? Because they are signing pros. But Selkirk, this is an interesting thing, Tyler. Selkirk just let Rachel Rohrabacher walk. They let Catherine Parento walk.
Yeah.
They've let Tyson in the past. He's walked. Really, at this point, it's Jack Sock.
Yep.
And Jack has a year. I know he signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
So he has a year left on his deal. They didn't give him a signature paddle. They gave him a signature colorway. Mm-hmm. But do we see Jack Sock leave? Is Selkirk going away from pros? It sounds like it.
Well, it sounds like it. They might be shifting their focus because they do have a couple juniors. Like Tama, he's with them. And I think there's a couple other juniors.
I heard Tama signed a pretty big deal with them, too.
Yeah, but the person that told you is not reliable.
Well, I wouldn't say that. That's what I heard. They still have Kyle Kazuda, right?
Yeah, they might be trying to change their direction.
Yeah, are influencers more valuable? I don't know. I mean,
I think you need both. I don't think you can put all your eggs in one basket on the pro scene, but I also don't think you can put it all in content creation.
But here's the thing is if you sign a content creator, the benefit to signing a content creator is you shouldn't have to make videos for them, right?
For sure.
You would expect the content creator to come up with their own stuff.
Yeah, but the target market that you'll hit, the demographics that you'll hit,
it's different.
Sponsoring different players is going to yield different results.
But, so here's another interesting thing is somebody's like, how would Franklin have the money? I don't think people understand
Franklin
how
is
big
massive.
Franklin is. I also don't think they understand that this pro pickleball, like us, okay, we cover pro pickleball. How many people played last year? 40 million or something?
Yeah.
39.5 million of those people have no idea about pro pickleball.
I mean, in the Discord the other day, you said, how much is so-and-so getting? And you said, like, $1 million or something like that. And this person said, oh, so the minimum wage of an NFL player.
Yeah.
So comparing it to other sports, it's still a very small amount.
It is. But also, like, the pro pickleball, like, it's such a small portion. But if you walk into Target, right, you will see Franklin balls in every color imaginable.
Yeah.
You will see Franklin paddles that are $20, $30, $40. You will see other brands. Vulcan has paddles in Walmart.
Yeah.
Right? Your face is on them. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You will see these other paddles and balls that are lower end, and 99% of people that are playing pickleball, that's what they're buying.
Though you did make a point in the Discord the other day. I can't remember what it was, NFL or basketball. You said the players, the average player is not using what the top pros are, like in other sports.
Yeah.
However, in basketball, to my knowledge, don't they use Spalding as the basketball?
Yeah, well, I mean, Spalding, they've came out with different brands.
But I would say a lot of the rec players, they don't use Spalding.
No.
And so what I'm getting at is I don't think they always follow exactly what the pros are doing.
Dude, you play basketball every week. You show up and there's 4 different balls there, right?
Yeah.
Now, look, the TF 1000 is, that's the ball of choice. But like Baden makes a great ball. Nike has a great ball.
Yeah.
And same with football, right? Like we have guys that will show up with a Nike football, or we'll have guys show up with the Wilson or whatever. And so it just really depends. But here's something I wanted to talk about with pickleball. That does make pickleball insanely unique, okay?
Community, baby.
Well, but for pros, so if you go to the NFL is a great example, okay? Do you know what cleats Josh Allen wears? Do you know what cleats Patrick Mahomes wears?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
But most people don't. They don't.
Basketball, I do, though.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Football, you don't know that, right? Do you know what, other sports, like what apparel brands they're signed with? Maybe if it's like baseball. Do you know what, Bryce Harper, I mean, he's with Under Armour, but like what I'm saying is you don't know that. There's not a signature bat, or there's not a signature, you know what I'm saying, for those sports, right? basketball, there's a signature sneaker. Everybody knows who's with who and who's wearing what shoes, right? That's a massive thing that's happened in basketball. Pickleball has that same opportunity with paddles, right? Like paddles, players and their signature paddles is huge.
Yeah.
Like that's a cool thing about pickleball is that you know what paddles the pros play with, right? In other sports, you don't always have that. In golf, the diehard golfers will know what clubs most of these guys are signed with, or what balls are they using, Pro V1s, but like pickleball, it's similar to that where you know what paddles they're using.
Okay.
And you see, a guy that, trying to think of a good example because Ben's probably not the best example, but let's talk about Fed when he was with Adidas for a minute, right? When he went to Adidas, did Fed's game kind of suffer a little bit?
It appeared so.
It appeared, right? And then
the results would say yes.
Yeah, and then he switched back to Yola, and Fed finished the year extremely strong. If that's not, and he used Yola while he was with Adidas. So if that's not like an insane, marketing ploy for Yola, and so like what paddles these guys are using. But again, the pro space is tiny, Tyler. It's very small now. Is it growing? Yes. Is UPA and all these guys doing a great job? Yes. But right now, it is still a very, very, very small part of pickleball. I mean, we're here at an indoor facility, Lehigh Pickler, shout out to them. And if you look around, there are 100 people here right now.
Yep.
And I would guess that most of these people don't follow pro pickleball. But
actually, I bet many of them do because they're early birds, and so they're passionate about the sport.
But what I'm saying is, what paddles are they using? They're using the paddles that their friends are using, right? They're using the paddles that we can look out here right now on this court next to us. We have one Selkirk, we have a Yola. What is that?
There's a Yola, and then I don't know that orange one.
Yeah, so there's two Yolas and a Selkirk. The court across from it, we have, is that a 6-0 Ruby?
I don't know.
Two more Selkirks. But my point is that like you use what your friends use. You know what I'm saying? I doubt that if I walked up to this lady holding a Selkirk and I said, "Oh, hey, that SLK, is that Rachel Rohrbacher's?"
Yeah.
She'd have any idea.
Is that the fiance of Bobby? Then she would know.
She'd be like, "Bobby!"
Okay. All right. After 2 hours of talking about all this paddle stuff.
By the way, QD's gone.
QD gone.
He left Sipic already.
Well, from what we heard, it was a little bit different than just leaving.
Well, I mean, listen, Duke's going to do what Duke does.
Duke is duking.
Duke is duking, for sure.
Did you know that junior pickleball players are not athletic at all?
Dude, not as athletic as tennis players.
Correct.
So there was a post. QD made the post, but
who's pulling the strings?
There's rumors that, there's a puppet master, and he went to a National Junior Pickleball, which is ran by Courtney Luffridge, who is Jack Pickleball's mom.
Yeah.
And they did a tournament in Henderson, and our boy Bao played in it. And now Bao, he lost in the finals, I believe, because he cramped. But QD made this comment saying that none of those players are essentially as athletic as the junior tennis players that he grew up playing against. That they just weren't as athletic. They just weren't as good.
Yeah.
He also said that he doesn't like bananas, but his daddy makes him eat them. That was weird. But what are your thoughts on that, Tyler? You grew up playing junior tennis.
I get what he's saying, but I just think they're different sports, and I've never liked people talking down on pickleball or making pickleball seem like it's not athletic. I do understand where he's coming from, but it is interesting that we have these top pros in tennis, in juniors, whatever it might be, come over to pickleball, and they don't have success.
So Sam Query was on our pod a couple years ago at Nationals Worlds, and he said that QD was probably, besides the...
He would be a great case study, essentially.
Yes. Besides the obvious pros, right? The Sam, Jack, Donald, Young, Jeannie.
Yeah.
He was probably the highest ranked tennis player to come over in terms of like a recruit and a junior player.
Yeah.
Like he had a full scholarship to USC. He was just an insane junior tennis player.
Yeah.
And Sam said that he was incredible. And I don't think has QD dominated.
No, for sure no. And, I mean, he just recently lost to Ryler DeHart, who is, how old is he,
42,
something
43,
like that.
yeah.
So, I mean, Ryler's obviously a good player, but to make those comments, you better be dominating to be able to make those comments.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting because even when he was
And
on
to
the
be honest,
PPA,
I think we all know what he's it's just rage baiting. He's just trying to get exposure, clickbait, everything like that. I mean, he'll
Rage
make a lot
bait.
of these comments, and so.
yeah, rage bait's a new thing. But yeah, my point is that, like, you know, we've just heard it so much of these tennis players. Wait till the tennis players come. Wait till the tennis players are here.
They've been here.
And one of them just retired because he was freaking getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Did you see Sam's video, by the way?
Which one?
The ESPN. He's like, because ESPN won't. He did like
I don't think so. Well,
retirement video.
Like recently or a while
Yeah,
ago?
it was like a week or two ago. It was great. Dude, speaking of good content creators.
So I actually watched, it appeared on my feed on YouTube. He was playing tennis against this content creator, Sam Querrey was.
Yeah.
And he was just acing this guy left and right.
Yeah. I actually watched, I've been watching some stupid stuff, obviously, lately, but I actually saw a video of him. It might have been the same one where the guy was like a 4-0 tennis player, and he was like, can I get a point off of Sam?
I don't know.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so moving on. So we've talked about James, Ryan Fu, Vivian Glosman, and Paris Todd. So those 3 out of the 4 got terminated. Their contracts terminated. However, Paris Todd, she received a $50,000 fine, and she is suspended of the first PPA tournament, which is Masters in a week and a half, and then also the first MLP tournament.
Yeah, so she was scheduled to play with Megan Dazan in that first PPA. So I don't know what Megan's going to do. I don't know if she was able to get another partner. I don't remember. I don't know. I think, was she playing with Declan mixed?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but yeah, that's interesting.
What are your thoughts?
And then James, Ryan, and Vivian, their appeal was denied.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are that it sounds like Paris's situation was a little bit different, but also, I mean, look, let's call it what it is. I think that, oh my God, was that for real?
Is that what?
They have an advertisement called Bikini Zone for anti-bumps, and they literally just showed a very in-depth video of someone shaving to get rid of those bumps. Anyways.
Does it work?
It looked like it on the video. All right, so.
Those high-def TVs that Pickler has.
Yeah. So anyways, my point is.
You see everything.
I think that we can be very honest about this and say that Paris is worth more than those guys. However, her situation was a little bit different. And I'm just going to say this, Paris handled it different. Did Paris go to social media and kind of put the PPA on PPA, whatever, on blast? Not really. I didn't see her post anything, right? Or Ryan Fu went straight to Twitter and got in an argument with Samin on Twitter. James was like making fun of it. James was posting every single PPA post. He was commenting about something, and they actually had to block him, I guess. He got blocked. RPM got blocked. Vivian Glosman was just reposting stuff because she doesn't have a creative thought in her own mind.
Toast with Vov.
Toast with Viv.
Toast with, oh, I can't talk.
Is great. When it comes to pickleball, she literally doesn't have an original thought. But with that being said, remember when she played with you at TOC and she completely melted down against Coop and
We've played twice.
Zane.
Yeah.
TOC, she played with you. You guys played Coop and Zane. You were up big, and she just. Anyway, she played like a 4.
That was like one of her first tournaments.
It was.
Yeah.
She should be way better than she is. So that's what sucks. If you want to talk about money, there's somebody that chased the money and not the experience.
I think her situation's a little bit different.
I mean, she didn't take a contract cut. I get it.
Yeah.
But now she's stuck with only 6 tournaments.
Yeah.
And now she's, 3 years in, 4 years in, and she hasn't improved because she's only playing 6 tournaments a year.
Yeah.
So, anyways, with that being said, they denied their appeal. Paris was $50K is a lot. I'm sorry, but that's a big fine.
It is a big fine for sure.
Like there are fines. Like we want to talk NFL. Homeboy said, "Oh, so minimum wage." There are fines in the NFL that are not that big.
Some, but I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody said they looked up all the fines for this year for NBA, and they're making millions of dollars, and there's still not even one of the fines for NBA that amounts to that amount.
No, that's what I'm saying. $50K is massive.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is they set an insane precedent with Andre Daescu.
Yeah.
With his pine tar incident.
The only question I have is I'd like to see the check cash.
So, look, I actually text Zane Navratil about this because Zane is the Players Committee president.
Yeah.
And I said, where is the fine money going? Mm-hmm. Has anybody seen it? Because in MLP, right, Tom Dundon was fined a ton for uniforms, or should have been, because his team never wore the proper uniforms.
Uh-huh.
There's other stuff. And, I mean, for me, I don't know. It is a little bit of conflict of interest if it's like if the fine becomes a money-making proposition for the league.
Fine. You get a fine.
Yeah.
You get a fine.
I don't think that there's been like egregious fines out there where like you could question that at this point. But $50K is a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, Paris, she held out. We saw the little video that they did, the little documentary. I don't know what Paris is making. I would imagine she's probably in the last year of her deal making
Golden Goose
$500,000 or $600,000 a year. So they probably fined her a fifth of her pay. Mm-hmm. Feels significant to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I mean, or would that be a tenth of her pay? A tenth.
Yeah.
Which I guess if she plays 20 tournaments and she's missing 2, which is a tenth, then maybe the fine is warranted. Paris Todd makes $25K a tournament, bro.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Hey, Bitcoin's up to 94,000. Let's go. Come on.
That actually is a lot. That's crazy.
Okay. Anything else before we get into questions?
No, I mean, look, Masters is one of the greatest tournaments of the year. If you have a chance to go, check it out. If you're in Cathedral City, which is right next to Palm Springs, lock your doors. But everywhere else is great. Make sure you hit the Agua Caliente. There's a good chance if you go to the Agua Caliente Casino. For all of you pickleball diehards, if you go to the Agua Caliente Casino, there's a good chance that you will see your favorite pros there, right? And there's a place in Cathedral City, okay, right by the venue. It's called Vienna Donut.
Did we go there?
Yeah, we went there.
Okay.
Great little donut shop, breakfast place. The guy speaks like 7 languages. He'll call you by name. He'll remember your name. Super cool guy. Anyways, support small businesses.
All right. You ready for questions? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
What paddle company will make the biggest splash in 2026?
Well, it's going to be Franklin if they get Annalie Waters. But in terms of someone that's probably we don't know about that's out there, I'm going to say 11-6-24 is going to kind of bust onto the scene a little bit.
4.5 level playing with a buddy who's left-handed, and I'm right. Any pro tips? Any thoughts, Jimmy?
I mean, he should show Ernie every time, right? Like,
if you're playing in a match,
at least threaten the Ernie.
Threaten it, baby. Get that ball to the middle.
Yes, threaten it. Force the ball middle. And then, honestly, 4 or 5, I'm telling you, like, make balls.
Yeah.
I think making balls is the most underrated skill in all of pickleball.
Yeah.
It really is, especially at that level. Now, when you get to higher levels, but 4 or 5, make balls, have him threaten Ernie. And honestly, if you're lefty at a 4 or 5 level and you get good at the Ernie, you will get a lot of them.
Oh, you'll get so many. So many.
Yes, you will get a ton.
The craziest thing for me is when I went to PPA Asia, the players hadn't seen me play much, and so I was able to hit, I'm not joking, 4 to 7 Ernies per match, whereas here in the States, I am seeing 1 to 2 Ernies, if that, per match.
Yeah, and
because they don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. What will happen is once you hit a couple, now it'll start thinking about it, and you'll start forcing essentially forcing unforced errors because they're worried about you hitting the Ernie.
Why can't pros hit winners on every good overhead opportunity like a good angle? There are some that can, but there's also a lot that cannot. Yeah.
Also,
good question.
These balls bounce high.
Yeah.
Once they hit the ground, they bounce high. And these pros are very good at reading your the paddle angle and the ball coming off your paddle. And so they're beating you to the spot.
Yeah.
Right? Like the defense, I don't think people understand the defense in pro pickleball, how much it takes to put a ball away.
There are some players, though, that do have good overheads. And if you give it to them, it's basically point over.
Sure. Yeah. But, I mean, but there's also, a lot where, like, defensively.
Yeah.
And we've talked about, like, the overheads of several players. I mean, Daniel De La Rosa, it's probably not coming back.
Yeah.
He's not coming back either, but.
Ouch.
Andiamo.
All right. Somebody said, are you going to partner with Ava for a tournament this year? Queen Ava. She beat Jeannie Bouchard in singles.
Yeah.
And is on a tear right now. I would be so lucky to partner with her.
She has no mixed partner for Minnesota.
Wow. Look at that.
Wait, who are you with in
Minnesota?
No, in Palm Springs for mixed.
Her name is Kiora.
Oh, Kunimoto?
Yeah.
Isn't that the girl that wanted...
She lives in Hawaii.
Isn't she the one... Isn't she the one that when we were at Nationals was like looking for someone to hit with?
Somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'm a 3-0 if you want to hear the 3-0. Oh, that's not her?
Somebody else, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody said, what paddle will you use in 2026? As I've been saying for quite some time, Vulcan has a new paddle that I should be debuting with at Master. So I'm
You've
excited.
been using it, right?
The past 3 weeks or so. Yeah,
You
2-3
feeling
weeks.
good?
Yeah. I'm excited. It's a lot more powerful, a lot more power than I'm used to. I told this guy I need maybe another 3 or 4 because it may or may not pass the on-site testing, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. You want that.
We're pushing the limits. We're
You want
pushing the
that.
limits.
Exactly. When is the MLP draft happening?
I think it's going to be sometime in February. I think like end of February.
Is QD making a PPA comeback?
So there are rumors that he has talked about it. He would like to. But I think that they're still a little bit far apart on his value. I mean, look, at this point, I think UPA is just going to hold firm until he's going to come back for just prize money only.
Is Tyler actually, honestly, holding a Connor Garnett from making quarters semis?
You're holding him back, Tyler?
They're asking that.
Well, you have, first of all, quarters.
So we did make quarters. It wasn't super regular, but we probably made 3 or 4, maybe 5, 3 or 4 quarters this last year.
Did Connor Garnett, was he having success without you? I think he was about the same spot with you and without you.
So in my opinion, obviously I'm biased, but I would say no. Maybe I am. Who knows? But I think there's a lot of us players that are in the, call it 9 to honestly 22 rank range that we're all switching partners. And to be honest, a lot of the results are very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, look, we'll find out, right, this year. Connor Garnett's playing with Augie. Augie's falls into that same category.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
Yeah.
And honestly, even if he does that, doesn't mean you're holding him back. That just means maybe the fit was different, maybe the style. There's lots of things that go into play there.
All right.
Dude, my ADD is like...
We had a bunch of other questions come in, but they get filtered so weird. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, man, this was last time.
This lady's wearing a red shirt with cheetah pants.
Cheetah. Let's go.
Does that match?
Let's see.
I feel like that doesn't match.
Dude, do you think she cares?
I don't know. I feel like she should.
Okay. How many paddles do you go through a year, and how do you know when they are done?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a great question. So I play at the pro level. I would say I go through paddles on average 1 per month. I know a lot of pros go through a lot more than that. They'll do 1 a tournament or so. And then I also know a few pros that will use them for 1 every 2 to 3 months. So it varies, but I go through probably 1 per month or so. And then how do you know when they're done? A lot of them will get delaminated. They'll lose their integrity, their core. The sweet spot is not so sweet anymore. You get a lot of mishits, stuff like that. Who is Gabe going to sign with? We talked about that earlier on. The rumors as of now are Fakolos.
Fakolos.
All right, Jimmy, anything else?
No, I'm excited. New year. Hope everybody is keeping to their goals, their resolutions.
I feel like a lot of people have kind of done away with resolutions, to be honest. I feel like 5, 10, 15 years ago, everyone was like, oh, my New Year's resolution is this. But I feel like I don't really see that much.
I think the gym disagrees with you with the...
Dude, I went there. It wasn't even busy.
Oh, man, the one here is insane.
I was like, where are all these people? It was the same as previous weeks, yeah.
Oh, it's out of control, the one here. But I mean, look, goals are important. Goal setting is important. I saw a study once, and, 80% of all... statistics are made up anyways, but I
thought it was 90%.
Might be 90. I don't know. I saw a study and they said that they took all these Harvard freshmen and they had them write down their goals for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And, 3% actually wrote them down and 97% didn't. And those 3% make more than the other 97% combined. I don't know if that's true or not.
I feel like this is all just made up at this point.
Whether it is or it isn't, it worked because I remembered it. And so, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And so, yeah, if you've got goals, it's great. But we've talked about this before, too. I don't like people that just say grind and,
have an action, have a plan,
yes,
do it,
have
execute.
a plan. The word grind.
It grinds your gears?
It grinds my gears, yeah, because they're like, how did you get there? Oh, I blood, sweat, and tears. Grinded it. No, you didn't. Like, what did you do? How many calls did you make? Who did you call? Where did you get your leads from? Like those things like that. Or like you want to be a pickleball player, right? You want to be a 4-0 and you're a 3-0 right now. And you ask somebody and they're like, oh, I just grinded. No, you didn't grind. What did you do? Yeah. What was your plan? How many times a week did you play? Who did you play with? How did you get into better groups to continue to improve? Because if you play with 3-0s and you become the best 3-0, you're not going to ever improve after that, right? Okay. So what were the things that you did? What drills did you do? Stuff like that.
You want a blueprint.
Yeah, give me the blueprint.
All right, awesome. Thank you. If you made it this far, please hit that like and subscribe button. Happy New Year. Also, one last thing I'll mention with the KOTC All Access information. I will promise you, if anyone signs up for the All Access tier, the $14.99, by the end of January, and you stay that type of a member for 3 months, you will get a free product, whether that be a t-shirt, a paddle, something pickleball related. I will personally send one out to you if you do not win it.
An autograph?
In the giveaways. Yep.
Or so if they just want your autograph?
A little bit incentive for those to sign up.
Bro, did you see how much crap stuff, quality product we sent for that giveaway winner?
Yeah, so we did a giveaway a few weeks ago, and it was at least $2,000 worth.
You know how much
product.
That box cost me to ship?
$50 to $80.
It was like $67.
Yeah. Shipping is crazy.
And he lives in Cedar City. I could have drove it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 hours away, but I still could have, or what is Cedar City? 3 hours? I could have drove it to him. Anyways.
Yeah. If you made it this far, please do us a big favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. We also have a new KOTC call-in show that we are doing 2 times a month. Make sure to stay on the lookout for that. We announce when we're doing our next call-in show on Instagram and our other channels, normally a couple days before. That's where you, the audience, get to call in and bash us, ask us questions, give us suggestions, whatever it is. Tell us your life story.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear it. Thank you for subscribing and making it this far. We will see you guys next time.